Lisa, congratulations on a great speech. First of all, a little bit about the speech itself. You were confident, you were poised, you were forward, leaning. The slides I thought were outstanding. They didn't distract. They weren't too busy. They augmented the speech, but they didn't overpower the speech. So many times with a busy slide, you're kind of caught between trying to read and trying to listen, and that wasn't the case. So great slides. I would challenge you to slow down a little bit, because you need to be, especially with this presentation, I think you need to be articulate, and don't be afraid to pause for effect. Now, the second half of this of my evaluation is opinion, because you're going to go into another community and you're going to be, and you start out by saying, I'm from the EPA, which so many people are going to say, I'm from the government and I'm here to help, and all of a sudden they get defensive. So consequently, I think that you need to frame this presentation and try to get them to understand why you are there. I think what you really want to be is a concerned expert, that you want to make sure that you are there not to scare, but to make them aware. And you might do this by letting them know up front, this is not new information, that this information is out there. I want to make sure that you are aware of it and that it's top of mind, that this is something that is conversational with you and in the workplace and with your family. You might say, you may already know. Now, as far as statistics are concerned, I like the idea of the 15%, but really 15% doesn't have the impact that more than 1 in 10 does. If you think 15%, well, that's not very much. But more than 1 in 10. If you think of 2 children, there's the opportunity that more than that one of those, that 1 in 10, more than 1 in 10. So much more powerful that way. Don't be afraid to use notes, because again, as a concerned expert, you're going in there with the idea that you know, and you are the person that is representing the facts. So when you're dealing with this Region 7 director or something from the CDC, don't be afraid to use notes, not to read from, but as a prop, because that prop will give you credibility. So you come up with a sheet of paper, you come up with a pamphlet, you come up with a book, and you're reading out of it, and that gives you credibility, because it's not you saying it, this is coming from on high, or this is coming out of this book. So don't be afraid to use that as a prop. I thought it was a great speech. I think that you need to be careful when you go into another community and from the outside. So it's just a real matter of being empathetic and understanding, and again, not new information. I would say St. Joe instead of St. Joseph, because I think the locals are going to refer to St. Joe when you're there. Great speech. Good luck with it. Can't wait to hear how it goes. Thanks.